Okay, so let's try, for me, to calmly talk without cussing this bulletproof vest. Okay? Now, individually, the things I have pointed out about what I found in my daughter, in what I consider my ex-son-in-law's bedroom, it is not criminal. It is well within his legal rights. Okay? I'll give you all that. I'm sure somebody's still pissed off, but I'm going to give you that. Okay? So we've got a bulletproof vest. Now, let's just talk about this. Jesse Halter lived with us since November of 2023. He has gone shooting with my husband multiple times. We've gone as a family. I hate it, but that's what they like to do. We've, like, just saying, we've gone as a family. He has openly talked to my husband about how he has put together gun parts, which I've just recently found in Florida is not even illegal. Didn't know that. Thank you to somebody on TikTok for educating me. Once again, I'm open to discussions. But why, if it's no big deal, did he, one, cart out all of his guns under a blanket? Okay. But why was this totally legal bulletproof vest, why did he have it hidden? Why didn't we know about it? Why didn't he, when he bought it, come on up to my husband and be like, cool, look at this cool legal thing I just bought? Instead, he quickly moved his laptop, or his computer was the first thing. Now, that same day, he was bragging about how he had made $11,000 in investments. I'm asking, like, the powers that be, where did that money come from? Because that man didn't do anything for well over 2 years, and they didn't leave the house, and he was playing video games. When he did leave the house, he came back with an altered face look. But hey, I've already tried to tell the local police officer that he's doing more than weed, but they don't want to even do anything. But I'm just saying to you guys, what exactly is an unemployed who doesn't help his wife or any of the other things, what is he doing buying a bulletproof vest? Is he legally allowed to? Yes, absolutely. But what does a 27-year-old unemployed, living rent-free except for the electric bill, but yet I paid his wife, my daughter, $800 a week, and he claims that he paid my bills because they paid the electric bill. What does that level mind thinking need with a bulletproof vest, a bag full of shotgun shells, and whipped out of here so quickly that all he took was his stuff, his computer, his guns, but left all of his wife's stuff behind and all of the baby stuff behind? And I do believe, for any of you say, I believe it was baby Jesus, if for nothing else, that left behind that bulletproof vest. And I also believe there was a reason we didn't find it on day one, because truthfully, we didn't, because it was wrapped up in a baby blanket. And if you know our house, we have baby blankets everywhere. We literally piled all their crap on the bed. And it wasn't until this past Saturday where we got a dumpster and we, burned the ship, so to speak, and loaded up all their stuff in there at the very end of, like, the pile was that. I'm just saying to you guys, why, if it was so legal, would it need to be wrapped up in a baby blanket, and did we not know about it? Just some things to talk about. Exactly what I've asked law enforcement, but yet they can't even bother to respond to me. So I'm going to continue to poke some conversation to say to you guys, look, I might sound crazy. I might look crazy. I am, especially given what I know, have seen with my own little eyes, because if he acts the things I've called out, if he acted that way when I was around, how is he acting when I was not? And the trolls that want to judge me and be like, you blah, blah, blah. No, honey, no. I'll take a lie detector test. I'll stand with my hand on the Bible in front of anybody and say exactly what I did wrong, my ignorance, my fear of saying anything, and so on. But at the end of the day, I have been the only one to step up, turn them in, and even then with his mother's abusive and her ties, and still stood up to them and been like, I will not back down. I've blown up my whole life, my whole profession, because I believe that strongly. And it's more than just child abuse. It really is. And I referenced that somewhere, because if it was just child abuse, I would stay at the local level and I would let DCF do their job. But even DCF isn't doing all their job, because they only looked at the diaper rash. They didn't go up until this past Monday when I talked to them. They hadn't even gone and done the two things they were actually supposed to, but that's because his mother is a nurse. But like I said, it's all coming to light anyway. I just want to talk about the actual, like I said, what happened in Louisiana, and then talk about how I believe this is another father who's got some weird thinking. And at least me, I started calling it out at a high level, vocalizing it after the local police didn't do anything on April 12th. So come at me, TikTok. But at the end of the day, as you come at me, trolls, you're actually helping me. And I thank you no matter what. So reminding myself and everybody else to do better. Thank you.